Hi there. So in this video we will see how to get external storage space in Android. So the example here will be executed on emulator. If you want, you can execute on your live device. So what we're going to do is we are going to add one text view and one button, and when button is clicked, the text view should show us the value of available space on our device. Okay, so let's start by adding text view. So first thing, create one Android project, and inside your activity underscore main.xml we will add text view, and let's start by adding its layout width and its layout height. Okay, now it should add automatically layout width and height. Just choose wrap content value for layout width and layout height. Also we need to have this android.id, and here I'm going to use @+id slash id should be, let's say, text1. Okay, and then you can also use android text at some blank value. Okay, or you can set that in your main activity Java if you want. Now next thing that we want is button. Okay, so use it to wrap, and let's add one id for it. So @+id slash and then button1. So let's have some name for this. Let's name it get space. Okay, and you can set it to a particular point within your phone design. Okay, so right now it will choose the leftmost part. Okay, let's zoom in. Okay, sorry, my XML has this issue, so it will just show me this. Okay, I want to put this button at the center of this app, so go to your button and use Android and then layout, parent center value should be center and parent set to true. Okay, now if you check the design, it will go at the center, and your text view will be hidden until we hit the button. Now inside main activity Java, let's create our text view. So type in text view key view inside our public class. Now inside your void on create method, what we have to do is use tview equals to text view and then find view by id. Find view by id or id, and our text view as tview1. Okay, so make sure that the same id you have here as text1, so it should be text1. Okay, so that there is proper naming. So this instance of text view will point to our text view on our app here, so it will be placed here. Now the next thing, in order to get your storage space, we make use of class stat fs. So statfs stat equals to new statfs, and inside that we make use of environment dot get external storage directory, and then get path. Okay, so this stat variable will have instance of this. Okay, next we are going to call long, and then we will create one variable named bytes available equals to, then typecast with long, and then we will use our stat dot get block size long, okay, and multiply it with multiply with, again, typecast with long, and then stat dot get block count long. Okay, so this multiplication will give you the value for available bytes. Okay, and then finally we will use final long megabytes available equals to bytes available divided by 1048576. This is to get our megabyte value. Okay, now the next thing to do here is to create a button instance. So button equals to button, and then find view by id, then our id, and then button1. Okay, make sure that this is pointing to our button here, so the id should be same for text view as well. Now I'm going to assign set on click listener value. So view dot on click listener, and here I'm going to add public void and then on click view. Okay, and here what we're going to do is we're going to use tview dot set text, and here you can use mb or just keep it blank, and then append with value from meg available. So it should show you the available megabyte value for your external storage space, be it SD card or so, in that text view. So when user clicks on that button, you will get the value. Okay, so everything looks good. You can save your code and now open your Android emulator. Okay, so I'm running this Marshmallow version. If you are reading this video in future, then do note that you may have few methods deprecated, so do pay attention to that and change your code accordingly. And now let me run the code. So it will show me the deployment target as Nexus 5 API 23. So I'm going to choose that and click on OK. Okay, so it will take 2 to 4 minutes, so I'm going to pause the video in between. Now as you can see, the app loading activity has started inside the emulator. Now it will load the elements of my app, and as you can see, it shows me the get space button. So if I click on it, it should show me the value of available space on left hand side text view. So let me click, and here you see 1983 MB, which is around 2 GB value. Here shows for Android emulator. So if you're on device, this value will be different, but you get the idea that how to add these elements inside the app and use button click action to call for this available megabytes value for your external storage space. So this was a short video on how to get external storage space, which is SD card or so, for your Android phone.